I'll ask you one thing. What's that one thing that a parent is always worried about, be it a mom or dad? No? What is that one thing that makes us get up at night and think and reflect our parenting style? Okay, I'll say some sentences which my actual clients have told me, and you think, what topic am I referring to? My daughter goes to her mom every time she has a problem. She doesn't love me enough. I got late again for the meeting, for the PTM. All the other mums in her school think that I am not worth it. I really mustn't be worth it. I have to send my wife and my children alone on a weekend getaway because I had to work. It was an urgent client meeting that came up. I'm not good enough as a dad. This and many, many, many more. I'm sure you have got it by now. Parent guilt is something that we all live with. Yes, all of us. I have gone through it, and I'm sure if you're a parent and you say that you have not faced parenting guilt, then I'll have my doubts. Well, parent guilt is something which is a part, and it's a part of life of every parent. You have to live with it, right? I don't think so. Like you can get away with all the negativity that surrounds your life, parent guilt is also something that if you consciously want to avoid, you can avoid. But then for avoiding something, you need to be aware of, is it really parent guilt, or how to get rid of parent guilt. Let's take it one thing at a time. In the first half of this video, we will be discussing on the major causes of parent guilt. See and hear and reflect whether you fall in one of those categories. Now, these categories are broad categories. There can be certain things which fall out of these categories because there are so many reasons why parents feel guilty, but it will give you an idea for sure. That's the first thing that we'll do. Second thing that we'll do is you see how you can drive parent guilt away from your life and lead a better life as a parent, connect better with your child. Are we ready to go on a ride and discover parent guilt? Before I talk about parent guilt and the reasons and the causes behind parent guilt, let me tell you one thing. A very common term which is used around parent guilt is mom's guilt. I don't feel that it's just mom who suffer from guilt around parenting. I have discovered and seen as many dads, in fact many more dads, come up to me with a lot of things that they want to work on, and it's not just moms who are struggling with it. It's just that moms at times are a bit more vocal about parenting guilt, and dads don't even realize at times. And that's fair enough, that's how we are made. But we shouldn't disregard the fact that dads don't have parent guilt. Whether you're mom or a dad, or you are a parent who is not a real parent but is a guardian of the child and worries about the child, or really thinks for the child, you will have a sense of parent guilt anywhere in your life, sometime or the other, right? So the first cause of parent guilt is the working parent syndrome, right? In life, we have to work, we have to earn for a living, right? There are families where moms are working, dads stay home. There are families where dads work, moms stay home. There are families where both dads and moms go out and work. There are families where both dads and moms work from home. There are families where whichever parent is available, only one parent is there and they go out and work. So there are all sorts of things out there, but there is always one thing is for sure, I guess 99% cases, that either at least one parent is working, if not both. So you can imagine the amount of people who suffer from this guilt. They have fear of missing out on their child's growth and their child's development. They have fear of missing out on important events of the child. They fear that they're not spending enough time with the child. I have been a working parent. My daughter is 10. I have been working all my life since I graduated from my post-graduation. And after 6 months of my daughter was born, I started my own venture. And so my daughter will turn 10 in November, and next year, August, my venture will turn 10. So that's how it is. Right, so yeah, 8 months down the line, I started my new venture, and I was working before that also, doing all the pre-launch activities. It was a very busy life, but if you see me and my daughter today, we are really connected. Same goes with my husband. He didn't even get a paternity break. He did care for my daughter whenever he could, and whenever he was home, I was absolutely not allowed to do anything for my daughter. And you see how bonded they are. I always believe on quantity is better than quality. Just erase that I said that. I believe quality is better than quantity, definitely, for sure. The more quality time you spend with your child is more important than the number of hours you spend with your child. See one scenario where you are a stay-at-home parent. You have all the time with your child when he or she comes back from school, and when he or she gets up, you're there. Every time you're there, but you have other chores to take care of in the house. I wouldn't say that you're completely and always there with your child. And if you're doing that, you will have to kind of work around your parenting a bit, because child also needs their space, their independence. When we go out to work, we obviously have our duties, our responsibilities, and we come back and then take out some time, take out 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, whatever you can, but spend that time with your child without any gadgets, without anything. That can beautifully do away with all the parenting guilt. You have to prioritize in your life. You have to see what works for you, what doesn't. But once you've taken your decision, stick by it. And if it's not working, rework on it. Guilt is something that will make you non-functional for some time. It'll make you feel really bad about it. And obviously that'll affect your child. So how is guilt helping you? Right? I understand you might have missed the first time your child took a step. You might have missed the first time they said your name. Anything, but those are moments that you have to choose in life. You have to pick, you have to take your picks, right? I wouldn't say if I was at home and my child took her first step, I might have gone out for groceries, right? I might have missed out there as well. So don't keep on saying that it is because you're a working parent that you're missing out on all this. You're working to raise a family. You're working to be independent. You're working that tomorrow your child will be proud of you. You're working to help your child become more independent, right? So that all is beautiful. And if you're at home, be proud of that. You are at home, right? So that working parent guilt or staying at home and leaving your career guilt shouldn't just creep in. The second reason is the behavior of the child. That children are children. They will learn. They learn from the environment, right? I always feel when we as adults always target the child and not the behavior. Whereas it's the behavior that needs to be targeted and not the child really. If a child is misbehaving, he is misbehaving. It doesn't mean that the child is naughty. Maybe he doesn't know. He or she doesn't know. As a society, we know how to give dirty glances to a parent whose child is having a tantrum. We know how to comment on parents whose child is misbehaved. That's why this guilt comes up. I understand, and I completely understand that if your child is behaving in a particular manner, you tend to get embarrassed because you listen to so many things going around you. But have you taken a breather, spoken to your child, or have you set the right examples to your child, for your child? That's more important to focus on rather than the guilt, right? Another thing, We always talk about nutrition, about healthy diet, about how junk food doesn't work, and we all think we are the nutritionists for our child, we are the teachers for our children, we are doctors, we are nurses. But can we really don so many hats? Personally, I'm a parent coach, and I proudly say I believe and trust in experts rather than doing it on a DIY thing. I'm not a perfect mom, or no one out there is a perfect mom or dad, right? We have our flaws. Accept that. You cannot be a perfect dietitian. You will fumble, you will fall, you will learn and then learn and take the lessons. You will not be a perfect teacher, especially in these pandemic times. You will tear your hair, you will get irritated. I'm a teacher. It needs a lot of patience, and now is the time that you will know that how much work do teachers do, because we are trained for that and you're not, right? So it's okay. You were trained to be an IT engineer or a CA or a doctor or a housewife. I am not. So that's how things work. We have certain things which are very good and certain things which we are not so good at. Accept that proudly, right? Being a perfect parent, there's no such thing as perfect parents. What you see on Instagram or social media, and you think, oh, they are so perfect, and why can't we do that? That's just not even 1% of their lives. They have their own struggles, they have their own flaws, as we do. Accept that proudly and then work on that. Learning and unlearning is the most crucial part of life and of parenting. So today, if I know that I will not be able to cook a proper meal for my child, if I have the means, I'll outsource it. If I don't have the means, I'll work on my skills, or I'll ask my husband to help in, or whatever we do. But we all get through it, only if we try. Trying is good. Learning is good. Guilt, it's not. So don't just put yourself down thinking that I don't get my child ready at 8:45 for a 9 o'clock class. I'm a bad mom. I make my child eat junk. I'm a bad dad. I give my child chocolates because to make up for the time that I am not able to invest in their lives. I'm a bad parent. Don't think about it, please. My least favorite topic and my most favorite topic to discuss: screen time. So my daughter will be 10 in November this year, and till the time the pandemic happened, she had very limited screen time. And boom, March came, and boom, online classes started, and boom, screen time went off the roof. A lot of guilt. Even though I was a coach and I know how to kind of work on my emotions and how I deal with things, I still had a moment where I felt guilty, but then I assessed things and we worked on a plan and we're good now, right? So similarly, there might be many parents who would be okay with screen time in the beginning. If you know what's the negative, if you know what's active passive screen time, if you're still encouraging that for your child, if you still want your child to see TV, okay, big deal, right? So don't just kill yourself. Oh, this child, my daughter's classmate, has 0 screen time, and look at me. What am I doing? I plonk her in front of the TV to make her eat lunch. There are things that we can work on for sure, but just putting yourself down because of one particular thing is not good. It's very harmful. Another thing is I can't give my child enough. I can't give my child enough time. I can't give my child enough means to work on. I can't give my child enough love. I can't give my child enough food. I can't give my child her own room. I can't buy books for my child. I can't put her in a school which charges 8 lakhs per year. XYZ, the list goes on. We are, again, I'll say, we are not perfect. We have our flaws. We have our problems. Deal with it. You're preparing the child to live for tomorrow. They will never have a perfect life. So why are you trying to create a perfect life for your child? See what works for you and your family and your child. Don't see what others are doing. That's a killer as far as parenting is concerned. See what others are doing. Take good part from them, but never take the guilt from them. So these were just a few topics that were majorly discussed and are still being discussed in my sessions, in my one-to-one sessions with parents, and we worked through a plan. What you can do as far as keeping parent guilt away is think and get a better perspective. Think what works for you, why you took a particular decision that you took, weigh your decisions. You might have taken a wrong decision. Correct yourself. Learn, unlearn, grow as a parent as your child grows. But don't pull yourself down because you're feeling guilty. That's number one. Right? Number two is, remember, no one's perfect. Everyone has their set of flaws. Everyone has limitations. Everyone has their problems. You know, one thing I don't like are these Mother Day advertisements and these Father Day advertisement now, which really put you in a proper guilt mode. I see so many parents talking about guilt, especially after a couple of weeks after Mother's Day, because it's hilarious and it's so painful at the same time. So those are advertisements, those are short films, those are whatever ads. Don't weigh yourself against that. They are showing what is perfect, right? We are not perfect, okay? Define what works for you and your family. Always make your plan. Do your ecology check, then make your plans. Whether it'll work for you, your children, your spouse, your family, your extended family, everyone, whoever is in picture, see all of them and then move ahead. You can't be a lone warrior. If you are a single parent and you're living all alone with your child and you don't have any help, but not all of us can do that, right? So see what works for you, your child, your family, your extended family, your circle. See what works for your inner circle, right? And we'll always have something. I'm reading my notes, so don't see, I have written all my notes here, so I'm reading them. We will always have something that we need to work on, and that's okay till the time you accept and move on and change yourself and become a better parent every single day. The last thing I want to say is, the reason you're feeling guilty is because you feel that your child deserves a lot, is because you feel for your child, is because you love your child so much, is because you want to work on them. Keep that in mind and stay happy. Guilt is a killer, so keep that at bay, right? I have a quote written here. If comparison kills joy and happiness, guilt kills happy and joyful moments. I don't think so you want to compromise on those limited happy joyful moments that we get because of some guilt. That's absolutely baseless, right? So what I want you to do, if you are listening still, it's been 20 minutes. What I want you to do is just open your head whenever you're feeling the calmest. List down top guilts that you have, and then after that, list down your gratitude points. And then go on to the guilts and assess them, whether they are really worth it. And then go on to the gratitude points, see them one by one, read them with your heart, and thank God for all of that we've got. Thank you so much, and here's to rethinking parenting. My name is Falak, and this is Parenting 2.0 with Falak. Keep following us, keep sharing love. I'm linking our Instagram and Facebook on the description box below. Do hit like, do follow us, and hit the bell icon so that you can get an update when we upload a video. And do let me know what all videos you'd like to see so that I can work on them and we can work on them together. Stay tuned, stay happy, stay blessed, and happy parenting. Keep rethinking parenting. Bye-bye. Lots of love.